So should I choose a plan F or a plan G? Hi, I'm Wendy Jordan, and this is my husband, Tripp. He is founder of Medicare for Her, owner of Jordan Retirement Solutions, and nationally recognized speaker and publishing contributor on the topic of Medicare for women. So today's episode, we have Catherine. Hi, Catherine. She writes in and says, Tripp, can you please tell me the differences between a Plan F and a Plan G? I'm trying to weigh them out and decide the best option for myself. So first, let's make sure that everyone understands a Plan F and a Plan G is a Medicare supplement.
Correct.
Okay. And these plans are called standardized. They're regulated by
the government.
Correct. Okay.
So a Plan F by this particular carrier, and say it's Humana and it's AARP or it's New Era or Aetna, a Plan F has the standardized benefits.
Meaning they're all the same across the
board.
They're
all identical. So the same doctors, the same hospitals. The difference being how much each carrier just chooses to charge you, the client, per month on the premium.
And when he told me this, I was just astounded.
Same plan.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that. They assume, okay, well, if this carrier charges this amount and this carrier charges this amount, it must mean better benefits.
Right. And it may be a carrier that they've heard of. Maybe it's somebody, but that doesn't necessarily, the coverage is the same. It's identical. Yeah, Plan F is a Plan F. A Plan G has the exact same benefits as another Plan G. From Florida to North Carolina to Maine to Arizona, it doesn't matter. An F is an F and a G is a G.
Okay,
wow. So
once we have that figured out, the next thing we have to determine is which plan is the best for your situation. So, so there's supplements.
Mm-hmm.
A Plan F is what's known as called
the Cadillac of all plans. And I think still a high majority of retirees and mature women, if this is geared for the women, typically go with the Plan F because it's the most complete plan. So when they hear that, knowing that your major objective is peace of mind and no headaches and just you want to make sure everything's taken care of, that's why a lot of people automatically give me that Plan F.
Yeah, and I can see that. It's like all-inclusive, like when you choose a resort. If you're traveling, you see one that's, covers everything. You realize you can just relax on your trip and you don't have to worry about being nickeled and dimed, and you can just, kick back.
That's right.
So that would be a Plan F. It covers pretty much everything.
It covers your Part A deductible, your Part B deductible, that original Medicare. They're going to pay 80%. Your Medicare Plan F is going to pay the remaining 20% for A and B, Parts A and Part B.
Okay.
Right.
And one other thing I just remembered, when you're deciding between the two, it was just released in recent legislation that the government is going to stop all Plan Fs in January 2020. Right. So that is something to keep in mind.
Yeah. Now, if you've already got a Plan F, you're grandfathered in, as they say.
Right.
But somebody that's aging into Medicare in 2020, like your father, he will not be able to get a Plan F. They're taking it away.
Yeah, he turned 65 October 2020.
Right. So he will not be eligible to get a Plan F. If you already have it, you can keep right on rolling with it. Again, as of the last couple of years, we've written more Plan Gs than Plan Fs, and we're getting ready to cover why as far as cost effectiveness. You'll see.
Right. So let's talk about that. Let's do a little math.
Okay.
Because really the only difference between a Plan F and a Plan G is that deductible. Is that true?
Correct. Yeah, the Part B deductible. So Plan F is really a Plan G that pays the deductible for you. So don't think that Plan F is doing you this huge favor, because what happens is the Part B Medicare deductible the Part B deductible is going from $166 to $183 starting January 1st, 2017.
Okay.
So what happens is a Plan G doesn't pay that Part B deductible, so you're responsible for that one time.
Okay.
So that's not hospital, that would fall under Part A, but Part B would be like doctor visit. Part B was doctor visits, X-rays, MRIs, things like that. So once you've met, let's say it's January the 3rd, and you go to the doctor and they do whatever, and your bill is $183. Well, your deductible, your Part B deductible is met for the whole year. It's done. So then guess what? Everything else from that point forward, your Medicare Supplement will pay for that. So with Part F, what they're essentially doing is they're charging you, they're paying the deductible for you, but they're charging you a convenience fee for doing that, as if you can't figure out how to do that on your own.
Right.
But don't be mistaken, their premiums are considerably higher
more than the deductible
every month than a Medicare Supplement Plan G.
Right.
And so that's why when we do the math, and we'll do it for each person individually, of course, but I've got a great example. We enrolled Barbara the other day, and she was asking the same exact question. So we did the math, and she had already been on a supplement. So what happened was we put her on a Plan G. It was saving her $60 a month from her current Plan F that she was on. Different carrier, but again, F to G. So we switched her from F to G. She's saving $60 a month. So if you multiply that times 12, that's $720 savings for the year, right? Starting in January 2017. Well, you take out that 183, you deduct the 183 deductible that she's responsible for, that she may not even hit. If she didn't go to the doctor, she won't even hit that.
Right.
But let's say that she does. You take out the 183 and you're left with, I think, like $537 in her pocket for the rest of the year by switching from a Plan F to a Plan G. So it usually is considerably more. I've seen it as high as $80 to $100, maybe even $110 a month from an F to a G. Just realize you're smart enough to do that little deductible one time. Once it's met, it's met. We've also had people call in and go, well, what if I switch carriers, and do another supplement near the end of the year? Do I have to repay that Part B deductible?
Question.
Once it's met, it's met. It's met through Medicare.
Okay.
So they've got it on file, so they're not going to hit you 2 or 3 times if you're changing plans. But again, if you've got a Plan F or you're hearing all about Plan F as the best plan, it just depends. And that's why we need to look at the math. The math never lies, and we'll just run the numbers like we did in Barbara's case. She comes out to the good of about $537 a year next year by having a Plan G, where she pays the one-time deductible of $183. Yep, she's responsible for that. But again, I've had other people, since we've talked about this, they say, doesn't matter to me, I don't want any deductible, I'll pay more, I just want the Plan F, and that's whatever.
Right.
I'm not going to, I just share the options and what is available to you.
Well, it just sounds to me like it's really what's important to you. If you're willing to pay a little more to not have to think about it, if you, like you said, a convenience fee.
That's all it is.
If that's important to you, then go with the Plan F.
Sure.
Unless it's after 2020.
And again, I represent about 30 different carriers that do Medicare or offer Medicare supplements. So I can still find you the cheapest Plan F or the cheapest Plan G. Doesn't matter if it's North Carolina or any other state. We pretty much write business in just about all of them. There's a few exceptions. So it really, like Wendy's saying, peace of mind, whatever you feel good about.
Right. But what we are finding, as Tripp mentioned, you are writing more and more Plan Gs.
Yeah.
More than Plan Fs.
Right. Probably 4 to 1, I would
Okay.
imagine. Yeah. So 8 out of 10.
I think it's because retirees are realizing and becoming more savvy with information out there and realizing, hey, if I can just, do a little of this math in my head, I can make sure I'm getting the best deal. Because I don't know about you guys, but I love to feel like I'm getting a good deal when I go shopping and all that kind of stuff. It just feels good to know that you're making the smartest, savviest decision possible on what you're purchasing. So it's the exact same with the Plan G. That is the smartest, by way of numbers, decision that you can make in most cases.
Yeah, I mean, really every time, but I don't want to pigeonhole myself. But it's funny because when we went through the math with Barbara, her first response was, now I can buy the grandkids more presents with the $537 that I'm not just giving to an insurance carrier.
Right.
I can pocket that and do what I want. And what she wanted to do was bless her grandkids more.
Right.
So you can do whatever you can travel, you can pay off some debt, you can do it for grandkids. It doesn't matter. It's your money. If you go with the Plan F, just realize you're paying for them to pay that deductible for you, and they're going to charge you kind of built in a convenience fee to do that.
Right.
That's it. That's the difference. That's the only difference. So a Plan F is a Plan G that actually pays that deductible for you. Other than that, it's the same plan.
And I think the biggest takeaway in this is that both of those plans are standardized, meaning they're the same. So, whoops, well, we had some technical difficulties, but we are back. But hopefully that answers your question, Catherine, and kind of clarifies exactly what a Plan F and a Plan G is and why you may want to choose one versus the other. So you can always check us out on our workshops. We host them a couple times a week, and it really digs deeper into more information about this type of thing.
Right.
We only have so much time on these videos, so definitely register for that. It should be a link somewhere below. We'd love to have you, and as always, you can call us if you have any questions. So we will see you next time. Take care.
See you soon. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it and learned some things that you didn't know prior to watching it. If you know anybody that you feel like this video can benefit as well, feel free to share it.
Definitely. And you can click around on the screen and it'll take you to different places where you can connect with us on Facebook. You can visit our website, maybe watch some other videos, and you can even register for our workshop that we have coming up. We'd love to meet you.
Take care.